So what's the reaction been like since you've kind of announced you're single?
A lot of people being lovely, people trying to do the rumour thing.
The rumour thing.
I just think, where have you pulled that from? Do you think I have that much time in a day? Once, I dated a man with webbed feet.
Well, like actual webs.
Yeah. Who also cheated on me at Reading Festival.
Hey guys, welcome to my podcast, Amy Charlize's Private Story with me, Amy Charlize. I'm so excited to have a place where I can share more about my life than ever before, spill some tea with you guys, and also take you along on this crazy ride that is my life. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a 16-year-old content creator with a passion for all things beauty, fashion, and each week I'm going to be talking about everything from life as a teenager to friendships, relationships, social media, and so much more. And I'm going to be joined by some amazing guests, from social media stars to celebrities and even my own family, to share their own private story. And I want you guys to get as involved as you can, because honestly, I love hearing from you. So get in touch now with your latest stories, dilemmas and questions for us to work through together in this judgment-free zone. So welcome to my private story. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Amy Charlize's Private Story. So I feel like I'm saying this every single ep now, but you guys have been asking me, and I got the queen of the podcast on.
Asking you shall receive.
It's GK Barry.
Hello.
So we're here with Grace. Grace, how are you?
I'm fantastic being here.
Good. I'm so glad you're here.
I like the vibe.
It.
The pink, me, you.
It just really
Cancel the
well.
pod after this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So for anyone that wouldn't know who you are, little introduction, please.
TikToker, podcaster, saving grace, got flung off a bridge on TV, and that's it.
That was a mad experience.
Yeah.
I remember I saw you and Chris together after, and I was like, wow. So first of all, UFOs.
Yeah, about that.
Bit of alien girl now, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am.
So can you give a little explanation of what's going on?
So I'm doing this thing with Channel 4.0. It's out now on YouTube. And basically, I decided I'm going to trick the world into thinking I've been abducted by aliens.
She certainly tricked me.
Yeah, well, the video I did, we had a little flash of light in the sky and everyone went absolutely mental. Everyone was like, it's a UFO. I had people messaging me. I was like, yeah, it is. You're so right.
Did you have any like big news or anyone? Like,
I had like articles, but they really overdid it. They were like, GK Barry hiding from aliens, stressed, and I was like, all right, it's not that deep. It was a flash in the sky. We're all fine. Then I had to go to Rendlesham, which is a place where a UFO landed. I got very scared. I had to dress in like a alien suit. What they called, like an astronaut
suit, yeah.
And then I pranked my mum saying that, you know, we're on live television, you've got to go along with it. And I think it was great.
Mum?
Yeah, she was fuming.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
You do get your mum quite a few things, but I don't really see your mum that much. I've got to watch this now.
She loved the idea of being in it, and then she watched it and she said, I look like a fat Cilla Black. And I was like, well, I won't get you involved in anymore then. It's giving you body dysmorphia. Yeah.
I feel like I heard something. Didn't she get all her friends around to like watch her on TV or something?
Yeah, she was going to get it all round, and then I had to phone her saying it was a prank. She hung up on me.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, a bit rude.
To be fair, you did prank me and my dad, because I was telling Grace before, I basically showed my dad this video of like the UFO in the sky.
Yeah.
I was like, Dad, look at this. And he was like, yeah, that's real. Told you aliens are real. I'm like, yeah.
I pulled the wool.
You actually
out
did
of
it.
all of your eyes, and I'm happy about it.
Honestly.
It's the only thing I've actually ever done that's worked, so I'm happy about that.
You do a lot of things, Grace.
I do a lot of things.
She does a lot of things.
Yeah,
so...
when's the chocolate button coming up?
Oh my, it's coming up.
Yeah, I knew that was coming up.
Let's say this in the most PG friendly way as we can. You posted a picture.
Did you see it?
No.
Good.
But you posted it quite early. It was only like 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was literally, basically, I just want to preface here that I spent New Year's with the Baggs family.
Crazy.
Who don't have any boundaries of when to drink. So, it came to 2 p.m. and Terry was like, champagne? I said, is the sky blue? Yeah, I will have some. It got to 10 p.m. and I was with my friend Charlie, who I'd also like to say is gay. Started a lot of rumours here. The man is gay.
When I went up to him when he was with Joe at an event and went, are you two dating? Because I thought it was his new boyfriend.
I bet he thought,
I was so
watch
embarrassed.
yourself.
I was like, oh my God. Joe goes, no, it's my friend. I was like, oh.
Listen, it could be worse. Don't worry.
Worse.
At least they're both fit. But I just thought, how funny would it be if I put a chocolate button on a private area, and he eat it off that. The issue we had is that no one saw the chocolate button.
Oh, that's
so it just
even
looked
worse.
like he was. Anyway, I left the video up from 10 p.m. to 11 a.m. the next day. Woke up violently hungover to loads of messages going,
Craig,
you should delete that. Yeah, did you mean to upload that?
That's my worst nightmare is when I get old, if I ever did that.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I can confirm it's just as bad when it happened because I've never had anxiety spike like that in my life. I was a shell of a woman.
Well, they call it anxiety.
Yeah,
Yours
yeah.
was through the roof, mate. I bet you was thinking, what if I post on YouTube?
I honestly was like, good start to the new year.
Happy New Year.
And I'll never eat a chocolate button again.
Right, obviously, you are the queen of podcasts.
God
I think
bless.
you started this whole trend off, if I'm honest.
What can I say?
Saving Grace.
Yeah.
You've had Madison Bloomin' Beer on your podcast.
I have.
And me and my sisters, because basically, guys, Grace is in my management. So when I signed for my new management, I was like, oh, okay, we got GK in here. So
Immediate yes.
Immediate yes. So when I signed, and then I think I saw my manager the next day after this got launched that you was in Madison Beer, I was like, where was my invite?
Well,
Do you know how much I love this girl? Like, honestly,
I loved Madison Beer, but it was so intimidating.
if I had her on my podcast, MUA's coming around, no matter what time in the morning.
Hilarious. I got my makeup done for that.
I was going to say, you kind of have to for her. Like,
Yeah.
she is insane. Out of all of your guests, I'm sure you've got some favourites.
I do.
Can you give me one? If you had to say one.
One would have to be, I think, Rob Beckett.
Really?
Just because he's like my favourite comedian. I find him hilarious. I listen to their podcast. He does one with Josh Widdicombe, Parenting Hell. So good. So when I had him on, I was like, oh my God.
Okay,
So,
I
yeah.
thought you was going to say Katie Price for a sec.
Do you know what?
You do love her though.
I love her. And it's so nice that she's just as nice in person.
Oh no, she's so nice.
So nice.
And I love her daughter, Princess.
Princess, bless her. She's just so like shy and timid.
Yeah, I love Princess.
Never change.
Never change,
Princess.
honestly. And she's so naturally pretty. I'm like,
Yeah, must be nice.
yeah.
Me with like 4 bottles of Be Perfect on. It's natural.
And
This
it's
is
the
what I look
lashes
like.
she has. I'm like, if my lashes were that long,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be wearing these lash extensions, crying every week.
Felt
But my eyes are now
That
allergic.
me with bog eyes because one lash is half up here. Felt it.
No, you don't.
Thank you.
You really
I'll give you
don't,
the tenner after the
honestly.
pod. Appreciate
Shut
that.
up, Grace. Right, and have you got a least favourite episode?
I think my least favourite episode maybe was with a psychic, only because nothing wrong with him. He was a lovely bloke. But
I haven't watched this episode.
I think it was so long ago.
Okay.
I think it was because it was just the uproar. Everyone in the comments was like, this is fake. And I was like, all right. I just wanted to know when I was going to get married. Why is everyone coming at me?
I do know what you're on about.
Yeah.
I have seen this video.
Yeah.
Oh, the psychic one. Fair enough. So with your podcast, I mean, you had Tana Mojo, so I'm thinking of all the people. The funniest thing is, my mum's pretty PG. Like, we would never really talk bad, like, words and all of that with each other.
Yeah.
And I remember the day she put on Saving Grace in the car, and I thought, wow.
Yeah.
We've
Things have
bonded.
changed.
Things have changed
Yeah.
in my mum, Dawn.
Yeah.
Because she listens to Grace more than I think I've ever listened to you. Every podcast, you'll be talking about the most rogue things with my dad in the car and my mum, and I'm sitting in the back like...
It hurts me because my mum, I told my parents, I said, whatever you do, do not listen to my podcast. I said, you can watch my TikToks, you can look at my Instagram posts. Saving Grace, out of bounds. My mum listened to my solo pod, my first solo pod, and she was like, you need to stop now. You need to stop swearing. You need to stop talking about what happens in the bedroom. And I was like, oh. And now I feel embarrassed.
Well, they are watching every single thing you do, probably.
Yeah.
Even if you said don't.
Yeah.
I don't think you really expected it to do so well so soon either.
No, it's so Charles that I've messed up here.
Oh, no, you really haven't. Honestly, your podcast brings me and my mum bonds that I never thought we would ever talk about.
You're welcome.
I love it.
Yeah.
But it is obviously pretty uncomfortable. I remember we watched you and my nan.
Jesus, wept.
Nanny Chris was round and you was on and she was like, wow, is this what YouTube's like now? So,
Yeah, this is the generation of...
Meet GK Barry. Man.
Yeah.
That's literally how it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, my mum did meet you and she fangirled so hard.
I
she didn't
loved
act like it
meeting her.
to you, but I remember it so well because it was at the HOD party and then she turned around and she saw you. She's like, oh my God. I was like, go say hi.
Me storming over. I was like, you must be the mum.
She said that. She went, oh, say hi. I'm thinking, oh no. And then after she was saying to me, manager, she was like, she was the nicest girl ever. She's exactly how I thought she'd come across. I was like, yay.
I said, I was
what
like, I'll
like.
see you on Sunday for a roast.
She's coming round.
coming round.
It's coming.
Say
She
no
lives
more.
not far now either, so it's fine. You can come round whenever
Getting the
you
old
want.
Ubers. I'm ready.
Literally. So, dream guest
Dream guest.
on your pod.
Okay, I think my dream guest is either like Joanna Lumley, Jennifer Saunders, because I used to watch.
Is this bad? I don't know who these are.
I knew you wouldn't know who they are, and it hurts me a little bit. Or maybe like for an American Trisha Paytas.
Oh my God, if you had Trisha Paytas on.
I would be like, you're right. Because she watched my podcast with Tana Mojo, and I was like, she must.
You need to go out there.
She's got my face in her head, and I'll be there. Malibu, I'll say hello. Baby Elvis, I'll say hello.
Is that a baby's name, Elvis?
Yeah, well, she wanted a boy and wanted to call it Elvis, but it's a girl, so I don't know if she'll call it like Presley or something.
Oh my God, she is crazy.
She's lived a wild
life. But you do need to go to LA and see her.
Do you know what? I am going to go to LA.
Are you?
Against my own wishes, I am going. I had a funny story about this actually, because I was with Hannah, my manager, and I was like, yeah, none of you are scared of flying, right? So I'm booking business class, okay?
Go first.
I've worked hard for this. I'm not doing a 12-hour flight. And she was really upset. She was like, so you're going to leave us
in the economy?
In premium economy? I said, yeah. She went, why don't you pay for our upgrades? I went, why don't you go away?
Love that.
In other terms.
You.
Yeah.
You don't like flying, do you?
I hate flying.
That's just mad to
Every
me.
time I've flown has been against my will for work.
Wasn't there a video that went viral of you like years ago? Of you flying? Was it Jack Wills that you went with?
There's been a lot. But I remember once I went with Hannah and we were going over the Alps or whatever it was. I don't want to go to the Alps. I never have, but I had to for work. And we had one of the most insane bits of turbulence I've ever had. We were falling out the sky. People were praying, screaming. I'd only had one bottle of Prosecco at this point as well, so I was not equipped for this situation. And I'm grabbing onto this man's head in front of me, bald, and Hannah's just doesn't care.
Sitting there.
She's like, so babe, when we get to Austria, what we'll do? And I was like, this isn't the time. This isn't the time at all. Horrible. I hate flying.
You do? That's mad, because I think because I've flown. Did you fly as a kid though?
Yeah, I used to live abroad, so I'd be doing like 10-hour flight, and that's why, because I was always sick on these planes.
Where did you live?
Tortola.
What?
Yeah.
No way. I thought
swear.
you was like a Brit girl.
Yeah, well, some of us have a bit of spice.
I don't,
I mean,
honestly. I have
no,
a house in Marbella
either.
and that's about it. And that's pretty British
I'll
in
take
my
that.
opinion.
I'll take that.
So, onto your pod as well. You're going on tour. I really want to do a tour. Can you give me the inside info? Is it good?
Don't.
Is it bad?
Sorry. No, I'm joking. I'm only joking. You know when you'll get this now, you do the interviewing. So I'm on stage and I'm like, right, I've got to think of this, got to think of this, got to think of this. What if the audience isn't enjoying this? I feel a bit sick, actually. Like all of this
Conversation has to flow, and especially when it's not edited. Where are you doing it? Is it like the whole of UK?
Oh, Jesus wept. I'm doing like Newcastle, Dublin, Glasgow, Bristol, Birmingham, London, Nottingham, Cambridge.
You're going everywhere.
Yeah.
She's touring.
I'm touring, girl. But I've got, imagine like icons for the girls and the gays.
Right.
I've got them.
Okay.
All.
I think I know. I know.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear
That's all
all
I can
about
give
it.
you.
Do you want to know a funny story?
I do, yeah.
Right, my dad's really like involved. Like he wants to be an influencer, I think.
Love him.
So
Get
we
one
was in
HLD.
Selfridges, and it was like at the start of my career. I did point of views.
Okay.
Low
yes,
life.
yes.
Yeah.
It
So
happens.
this was the lowest point of my life filming these. Anyways, we're in Selfridges and they've got like Chanel signs, and you know, some woman's there. Obviously, she's probably on holiday, seen the Chanel sign, took a picture in front of it.
Fine.
My dad's turned around and gone, "Do you want a picture of her?" I'm literally standing there, walking past. He's gone, "Do you want a picture?" She's gone, "No." And I literally ran for the exit. I was like, why would you say that? If they don't ask, you don't ask for them. I said she wanted a picture of the Chanel sign,
Do you find that, you know when people come up to you and they're like, oh my God, I love your videos, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, maybe they're too shy to ask if they want a picture. So I'm like, oh, would you like a picture? But then I'm like,
do we sound like we're trying
what
to be
if we're
celebs?
like,
I always
would you
do
like a
say
picture?
to some, well, not always, but some people, you can kind of see that they want to, but they don't want to.
They're doing this. They're going.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, do you want a picture? Then you get the picture.
Yeah.
But when they do shout in your ear and you think, honestly, I can hear
It's
everything
a scary
you're
place.
saying.
Scary place.
I put my head down and I keep walking. Lakeside yesterday, honestly.
I go, who's GK Barry? She sounds like a minger. Would
She
never.
sounds like a minger. Fair enough, but to be fair, yeah, when it comes to people in public, it can be a bit tricky. And also, you've kind of blown up in lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went in, minding my own business, came out, went to the co-op. Are you GK Barry? I thought, not me, can't even like pop into the shop for a pint of milk.
That's such an iconic
What a
saying.
nightmare.
I love it.
What a nightmare.
I literally remember the first time I got noticed and I was like, oh my God, this is weird. And then at the start, you kind of want it.
Yeah, I promise you, I
can't
drove
lie.
home with the windows down. I was like, it's me.
Cruising, like, it's me, guys. Get a picture.
Don't worry, everyone.
But how was it kind of like just randomly blowing up? I mean, you've been trying for a while.
Yeah, it was weird because I then went back to uni because I'd already been at uni. And
Ugh.
I don't know, uni, when you're a bit known, hell.
Really?
Yeah, like people shouting at you on the street when I'm just trying to watch my lecture, people on nights out, like it's just a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine because I went to school with it.
Yeah, that's for
weird.
me worse.
No, you don't think that, because thing is with uni, I think you see different people quite a lot, don't you?
Yeah.
Because it's such a big place.
Yours
More than
is all just
school,
one.
they see you every day. I mean, you went to uni.
I did.
But before then, what kind of happened to make you want to do it?
It was just lockdown, and I just thought the world was ending, so I was like, who cares? So I thought, let me log on to TikTok. And I thought what I'll do is I'll just do some funny story times because I am an embarrassment. So I was doing that, and then obviously I saw a guy running past my house. He was kind of fit, so I filmed him and was like, I'm getting my gym gear on. That blew up, and then my videos just kept blowing up.
And then from there, you started the pod.
From there, yeah, so it was about like a year later that I got approached to do the podcast, and I thought, like, if it doesn't work, I can just stop it. So it's fine. I thought, why not? I like the fellas podcast. I think they're cool. So I was like, let me do that. And thank God I did that pod.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I'd be doing now.
I think you'd still be smashing it, but I think that podcast gave you like another whole audience.
I think as well for like stuff like TV, they don't ever want to take on just TikTokers. So for me, when I was getting introduced on like TV or whatever, it was always like podcaster.
How does it feel to have like, I mean, you've been to some massive events. I've been to some with you and I'm fangirling and you're just like, hello. And I'm like,
I see you.
I'm like, there's someone from Towie. And she's just like, you're right. And I'm like, oh
that's
my
where
God.
the bar is, love that.
Yeah, literally, for me, I'm a fangirl.
Yeah, no,
but how
I
was
hear
that kind of like, because obviously you're at the kind of age of my sister, so I kind of think of you as like, you've grown up watching people like Katie Price, Joe Collins, these kind of people, and then you've now met them, seen them. How was that for you? Was you a bit of a fangirl at the start?
Do you know what it is at the start? So I must have been like 20 when I started getting big, 2021. So when I first was going to these events, I was like, oh my God. But the funny thing is, once you start meeting like celebrities, they're just like normal people.
But we always think they're so much different to us.
It just wears off, the buzz wears off.
Yeah.
So like, although unless I met like Beyonce, then I absolutely would be passing out. But it's just, yeah, it's different now. Like I don't fangirl as much now.
No.
But
who is like your major fangirl, like, if you met someone, boy or girl?
It would have to be like Britney Spears or someone like
Can you imagine Britney Spears coming on the pod?
I would need a strong drink because I'd be like really panicking. Yeah. But I think it would be iconic.
Massive. I want you to get Gypsy Rose on. I've seen it, you're begging.
Listen, I've been begging.
She's in New York and I'm there next week, so I'm hoping.
Are you?
I bump into her and her boyfriend.
Some of her comments about him makes me
I know the exact one you're on about. Yeah. She is so funny.
I had to stop myself there, but I love it. I think
love her.
She's like, it's like a Black Mirror episode that she's so famous now.
Oh, I know.
Love
it's
it
just
for her.
mad for her though, because she's just come out and she's like
fresh out of prison. She's got the Dior like bag.
And everyone's like, where's she getting these bags so quick?
She's going to be doing HelloFresh soon. I love that for her.
HelloFresh. I actually love HelloFresh.
So do I. So
good.
Today's sponsor of the pot. No.
Stop. Right. I don't want to talk too much about this because I can imagine it's jarring you, because it always annoyed me when I came out of a relationship.
Yeah.
She's single.
I am.
So O Beach is going to be amazing.
Thank God.
Can you just hold off 2 more years to get in a relationship for me?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll sit in a dark room for 2 years.
Thank you. Are you dating at the moment or no?
No. I don't really, to be honest, I don't really want to date. I feel like the whole idea of dating, because I want to stay single now for at least like 5 more years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to really get it all out my system. So I just want to have fun.
Good.
And the idea of dates just make me like, ooh.
Hot girl summer.
Also the small talk.
Oh.
What do you do for a living? Do you mind that I talk about myself online? Like, it's just...
It's a bit too
makes
much.
me want to die. Yeah, and now I feel like my expectations are too high now.
Yeah.
I want like The Rock with a missing tooth, scaffolder, high vis.
Like, obviously we're in the industry. Would you date a boy in the industry?
No, God forbid.
Okay. I thought you'd probably say that.
Because as well, what I have learnt from recent events is everyone is always in your business, and you never know someone in the industry if they are going to air your dirty laundry.
Yeah.
They've got their own audience
already.
They've got their own stuff, and I just think it'll never mix well. Never mix well.
I kind of agree with you on that one.
And if I did, it would have to be like private. Like no one's going to know we're dating.
But private's so hard.
It is.
When
But
you've got investigations.
I remember I was so on it. I was like, and I managed to keep it private for so long. And then it was one of those things where I was like, why not? Like, let's just put it online. Biggest regret ever.
Really?
I managed to keep that private. So I feel like it would be fine.
You could do it again.
Yeah.
You could do it again.
Unless you're like, you know, Central C and Madeline Argy, they're like, this is her bracelet and this is his bracelet. I think.
How are you looking into this?
Have you got a job? Is there a school to attend? How have you noticed that?
I know.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. But to be fair, I quite like watching them videos. And
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh my God, they're back together.
I'm like, I knew it.
Did you see them at the Chelsea game?
I did,
and
yeah.
it was all over my For You and I was like, oh, they're back.
They're
I was like,
back and better than ever.
And then there's me liking the video, so it stays on my algorithm.
Yeah,
so I know
true.
the next news.
We're guilty.
We are guilty.
Guilty as charged.
But at the same time, I do kind of like enjoy the TikTok news. I go on TikTok for my news now. I don't go online.
As long as it's about everyone else apart from me.
Yeah.
Then I'm fine with it.
Yeah, great. You know what? You actually know a lot more TikTok drama than I expected. I've said some things today and she knows it all. And I'm like...
I don't leave the house, so best believe.
She's doing that.
I know it all.
And you're always getting your makeup done.
I am.
You're always on shoots. Therefore,
always
we have
having a
lot of time
bouncy
on our
blow.
hands.
Yeah, selling that.
Do what you want. Right, so what's the reaction been like since you've kind of announced your single? Have you had many boys sliding in?
No, God bless.
Have you not?
Actually, that's a lie, but they're all not up to par, I would say. I just, yeah, I've had a good reaction. A lot of people being lovely, people trying to do the rumour thing.
Oh, the rumour thing.
I just think, where have you pulled that from? Do you think I have that much time in a day?
They do make us laugh. Honestly, amount of
Mental.
rumours I've seen about myself, I'm like, did I do that?
I start to believe it.
Right, we're going to move on to a little game.
Okay.
So for the people listening, it's called Pick an Ick. I'm going to give Grace 3 topics and she's going to tell me her pick and her ick. So her least favourite and her favourite thing, basically. So for the first one, we've got podcasts.
Pick would be Josh Widdicombe and Rob Beckett.
Yeah.
Parenting Hell, or a Brittany Broski one. Ick.
Excuse me.
Private story.
Thank you.
I forgot to read the... Actually, yeah, I get offended when people do that to me, so I don't know why I didn't read the room there.
Carry on. It's fine.
This one.
No, it's
Imagine
fine.
my ick private story.
This one. I know, it's fine, just for today.
I'd say ick. I don't have one that I hate, but I would say I hate the ones that are really like deep.
Okay.
Where there's, like there's constant
real life
crying.
Stories and all of this. Yeah.
I think, Jesus.
My dad loves a bit of them.
Really?
And all.
Have a custard cream and be all right. Do you know what I mean?
Custard cream. I'm loving this.
Need a bit of serotonin in there. Christ alive.
I would say for me,
Yeah.
Saving Grace. I love it.
There you go.
Grace's.
Make me feel bad now.
Yeah, feel bad.
Sorry.
What's another podcast? I don't really listen to that many. I listen to like random ones on my YouTube.
Okay.
There's this girl and boy from America. She was in Pretty Little Liars and he's a famous actor.
Ah.
And they interview like quite a lot of like Maddie Ziegler, people like that.
I
and
like
I quite
that.
like that.
Okay.
So I'm interested in their lives. But I would say, yeah, really, your podcast. I quite like the Jamie Lang one.
Oh,
He's good. What's it
with
called?
with Sophie or with Spencer?
With Sophie.
Yeah, Newlyweds.
That's it, Newlyweds. I quite like his as well.
Love that.
Yeah, Sam Thompson and Pete, they've got quite a good one.
We just list them all off now, yeah?
Again, yeah, I don't really listen to that many. This is like,
Yeah.
you're like my go-to. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, you're only human at the end of the day, aren't you? So.
But yeah, no, I don't really listen to any others.
What was your ick?
I'm not going to lie, as much as I love football, when like men are there for an hour straight talking about Tomiyasu on like leaving Arsenal, I'm like, look, I love these players.
Who the hell was Yasu?
But-
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
I agree though.
Tomiyasu,
Yeah. Never.
Okay, that really gives me the icks.
Yeah, football podcast for me.
Anything kind of like football-y, I think like I like a short podcast of football, but if it's like an hour and a half long, like is there that much to talk about?
There's never. It's like match of the day. Turn it off.
Oh no, I quite like Match of the Day.
Really, you football girl?
Yeah. Have you not noticed from my stories? I'm like, come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you
like,
Reds.
You like football?
The only thing I know about football is when they do the side kicks from the side.
Corner.
Well, clearly I don't know anything then.
There you
So,
go.
next question.
Next question. Okay, right. We've got a social media trend that you like and you don't like.
Maybe.
The make me cringe one when you've got these grown men like hitting the woe.
Ugh.
It does give me the ick.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Or do you know what else I find cringe as well is when it's like a 2 photos and I can't remember what it is, but they'll show one photo and then they'll show, they'll show their mum or something, they say I look like you.
Right.
Do you know what one I'm on
when
about?
It's like comparing yourself to your mum.
They don't look anything like that parent.
Do you know what I'm guilty of though?
What?
I haven't done that one, don't worry.
Okay,
You know
panicked.
when people do like the young and then they're like now?
Yeah,
I did that.
I don't mind that one.
And some of the people that are doing it, I just think you've literally just grown up. It's not a glow up. And I think I just grown up and not grown up.
But their one is like last year that they were 5.
Yeah.
And this year they're 6 and they're like, I've grown so much.
I've
I'm
changed.
Like, yeah, I've changed.
My eyebrows are now hybrid or whatever.
Are you soap brows now?
Literally, I'm a soap brow girl. That's actually going on to the next one, a makeup look.
Oh, okay. Ick. I hate the pink under eye.
Okay, I say this every podcast ep. I don't get it. And I don't think we're offending that many people because no one really would go out wearing it.
You look like you've got a disease from the Tudor times.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not you
No,
specifically.
obviously, I don't wear pink
Because I
under
looked
eye.
at you while saying it. I thought, I hope you didn't take that the wrong way.
I hope no one here has got pink under eye.
Do you know what? It looks insane. It
Yeah.
looks insane. But one thing I do like is Sally Hansen, the body. Have you seen this? It's like a filter for your body. It like,
Oh, like a tan
Yeah.
thing that makes you like glowy and tanned.
oh my God.
Yeah, I think for me, one that I really like at the moment is I'm going for mascara looks now.
Oh.
I've changed.
Mascara girly.
I wore mascara yesterday and I'm on my story like, guys, do my lashes look good?
I'm just a
All the
natural
comments
girl
are like,
now.
your lashes look like real. I'm like, they are real. I'm like,
Are those your lashes
No.
now? Are they not?
I'm being
So I was
hypocritical.
going to say, they're really good
I
now.
got my makeup done this morning.
Did you? Did you get your makeup
So,
done for your pod?
Yeah.
I need to get on that.
Not every pod, just I thought I'm with an icon today.
It's only
It's
fair.
got to look nice,
So,
you know what I mean?
Come on, show me up.
I think for me, I think this year people are going to go away from these big full lashes. I've got a feeling that 2024, you ain't got that big full. I mean the
Oh, like the Russian looking.
Russian, but like the ones where you can't really see a gap.
Okay.
Yours
yeah.
are very like nice and full, but not like that.
Thank you.
So
I've
I
worn these
think
for 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Wait, are they glue on?
Promise you.
What?
Yeah.
They just stare in your eyes.
Can't be asked to order anymore.
That is actually iconic. I do
Appreciate
that with
that.
my individuals though. I just
Do
reuse
you? Oh,
them.
you put like
There's no point buying new ones every time you need to change them. I'm like,
No.
I change them every 3 days.
until I get like, I don't know,
Not eye infection and
A
we're all going to
sty,
be like
yeah.
dead at the end of it, but it's fine.
blind in one eye. But apart from that, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, well, okay, for me,
I can hear that.
an
then.
ick.
Yeah.
You know when girls, like there's fake freckles I love when they go over the top with them.
Yeah.
And it's like, no one has that many freckles poking out on
Or
their
when
face.
it looks like someone's gone like that with a paintbrush on their face.
Yeah.
It's not blended at
It's
all.
not like a dot, it's like a line
It's a-
going down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I really just think people need to calm down on the fake freckles. a
I
little.
agree with that. I
Okay.
can wholeheartedly support this.
So people will probably remember I mentioned in the last podcast I'm partnering with Paramount ahead of the new release of their brand new film, Mean Girls. And last week I challenged Tallulah to a Mean Girls quiz to see who is more Mean Girls obsessed. And obviously I won. But I feel like I have more of a competition on my hands this week because I've challenged GK to another round to see whether I am really the biggest fan. As much as I love the original for the amazing plot, but also the Wednesdays We Wear Pink and also the iconic quotes, I can't wait for the new film, which is out now. It's the same amazing plot, but it's set in high school today, and there's a brand new cast, including Renee Rapp as Regina George. We're going to be doing a Mean Girls quiz now, Grace. You ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Cool. My producer, Charlotte, is behind the camera, by the way. She's
Go
going to
on,
be asking the
Charlotte.
questions, so come on.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
So what group is Katie told by the plastics that she cannot join? Amy.
Mathletes.
Correct. What did Damien and Janice call themselves?
That is
GK.
The greatest people you'll ever meet.
Correct.
How
How
did I
does
know that?
Aaron Samuel's hair look best? Amy.
Looks sexy pushed back.
Correct.
Oh, I thought it was to the side.
What is the limit? GK.
Limit does not exist.
Correct.
How did you know that so quick?
I'm a
What?
mathlete, obviously.
What is the name of Katie's teacher?
Miss Norbury.
Correct.
Yay.
Who says the line, get in, loser?
Regina George.
Spit
No.
Correct.
Oh, it was.
Correct.
Sorry.
Who gets 4 candy grams? Amy.
Glenn Colcole.
Correct.
You go, Glen Coco.
How does Regina George get hurt?
By a bus.
Correct. What special skill does Karen have? GK.
Her breasts can feel when it's about to rain.
Correct.
I forgot about
Me
that, to
too.
be fair.
And final question.
Blessing,
What
not a curse.
is Katie's surname?
Heron.
Correct.
Oh, yeah, you won that.
What was the score, do you know?
Yeah, Amy won.
Thanks.
It's the old age brain. It's when you get senile at my age.
I don't think I was even born when this came out.
Thank you for
so
that.
I think you should probably know more than I should.
Yeah, that's hurt that you weren't even born.
I loved that, and I really want to know how other people did, so definitely let me know. And remember, Mean Girls is out now, so make sure you get yourself to the cinema to go watch it. I know I will. Anyway, we've got some listener questions to answer, so let's get back into it. So for this part of the pod, we're actually going to be answering you guys' questions that you've sent in for me and Grace. So if you want to get involved and ask your own question, you can do that via Instagram, which is at Charlize's private story, and you can DM me or comment on a post or anything like that, and we'll look through them and we'll make sure to put you in on one of the pods. So first of all, Grace has asked, how do people treat you different after you got big? As in big following.
I'd say after you've got obese, I'd say a positive. Everyone that was ever mean to me is really nice to me now.
You know the amount of boys that used to bully me at school and now text me like, my mum's got a new boutique opening up, do you want to promote? I'm like, no.
One of the boys that used to be mean to me bought me a drink at the pub last year, and I thought, I have made it. So I don't have any bad, although apart from people using you.
That's a major one.
But
that's a really big thing.
Because I think everyone's my mate.
Yeah.
But
and we go wrong.
That's my issue.
I think, that's probably mine as well. But I think people are nice.
Yeah.
But then always, like, if they are being nicer now, why are they being nicer now?
Yeah, I'll never really make friends with people now. Like, I'll make friends with them, but...
not that close of friends.
The ones that I was friends with pre-TikTok are my friends, you know?
Got you.
Yeah.
And you have got quite a lot of influencer friends.
I do. I'm mainly close with Joe and George, obviously.
Yeah.
They're like
you and Joe are so cute. I think this one doesn't want to be named, so I'm not going to say their name.
Okay.
I snuck a boy in, but forgot about my house cameras, and now I don't know if my parents know.
Been there, done that, they know.
Really?
Yeah, they know.
See, I've never had to do that because my parents are like that family where they're like, bring them in.
Yeah, bring them in.
Whoever wants to come around, obviously, like not just one boy in particular, but like if I want to have like a group of people round,
with one every week. Come on then.
Can you imagine my talking stage is going to be like, what?
What did you mean by that?
Yeah, literally. But I think for me, like even now, my mum will be like, they have to be gone by 3. It's 5 a.m. Yeah.
At 3 a.m?
Yeah.
Love your parents.
Really?
Yeah.
But we have an annex in our garden, so they don't hear anything.
That's even...
We just blast
Mine
the music.
would be like, you'll be sit on that sofa with the door open in the living room.
As in not boys, as in like groups.
Oh, sorry. Because for a minute, I thought in the annex as well. Crazy.
with the music.
Absolutely wild. Okay, now I get that. Fine.
I meant like my friend group.
Yeah,
like,
3 a.m. still
whoever.
good. Love that.
Yeah, like it's quite nice when you have like a big group of friends around and then they kind of, the boys have to go at 3, the girls normally just sleep on the sofa. But no, it normally ends up being like 5 a.m. We've been playing a game for ages. Cards Against Humanity.
I wish I was friends with you when I was your age.
Okay, so for the final one, is there any weird food combos that you like?
Scotch egg, salad cream.
Ew.
I
don't like either of them things. I'm the fussy Caesar. So if I said a weird food combo, all it is Yorkshire pudding and Nutella.
No, that is weird. You can't be a fussy eater and be eating that.
It's like pancakes.
That's okay.
Try it.
Okay, fine.
Try it. Tell me.
I hear you.
Before you go out tonight to your premiere, have a little bit of that and tell me how it goes.
My stomach's going to be all over the shop.
I love Nutella, honestly. Okay, so thank you to everyone at home that did ask their questions. But for now, Grace, the last question of the day is, what is your private story? So if you don't know what that is, basically it's a story that people might not know about you or something that you've never really said a lot of before. And we're going to get it on the podcast now.
Once, I dated a man with webbed feet.
Well, like actual webbed feet?
Yeah. Who also cheated on me at Reading Festival.
Oh my God, now you're making me scared.
And I hope he's well. His mum was lovely.
Even though he cheated on you?
Yeah, his mum was really nice and he had really cute
How old
dogs.
Was you?
I was 17.
So kind of my age now.
Yeah. I mean, I can't see you doing that, so it's just me.
I'm going to have to check everyone's feet before I start dating them. Oh my God. Did you know before?
No, I didn't do a feet check, which actually now I will do.
Yeah, wait, so you just like, one day you just took them off? And...
Yeah, I said, why are they webbed? And by that point, I was in too deep.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Honestly, don't think I've laughed at guests as much as Grace. I've had so much fun recording this ep. Honestly, I knew it was going to be a good one from the get-go. But please make sure now that you've subscribed to us on YouTube as well as followed us on Spotify or your podcast app of choice, and make sure to like, comment and leave a review. So please make sure to get in touch with your stories. I've absolutely loved all of the questions and stories we've been given so far, and I want to hear even more from you guys. To get in touch, please make sure that you're following us on Instagram at Charlize's Private Story, and make sure to DM us on there. So thank you everyone for listening, and also thanks for the people that have been watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, that was at the same time, wasn't it?